Hello, Namaskaram. I hope your day went well. When you want to feel relaxed, calm, and preferably fall asleep, we'll do some relaxing meditation along with a story to help you fall asleep. So lie down comfortably on your bed. Be really comfortable. If you want to keep your head on the pillow, that's fine. However, if you wish, keep the pillow aside. Let your palms be facing upwards, hands next to the body, feet slightly apart. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, relax into it. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, relax a little bit more. Another breath in, big one, and as you exhale, relax even more. Rotate your ankles on the left and right, both your feet, 3 times clockwise and 3 times anti-clockwise. Flex your calf muscles and exhale, relax, let go. Flex your knees, both the knees, tighten them and exhale, let go. Flex your thigh muscles, tighten them and exhale, let go. Tighten your abdominal muscles, your lower back, your hips, and exhale, let go. Tighten your chest muscles in the back of your chest and exhale, let go. Make a fist by placing your thumb inside. Tighten your both the arms and exhale, let go. Tighten the muscles around your neck and exhale, let go. Make a face and exhale, let go. Vikramaditya, a great king, ruled over a prosperous kingdom from his capital at Ujjain. Mighty as the sun, he was king with immense love for learning as well as for adventure. So King Vikram sat in his court for hours every day, rewarding the virtuous, punishing the evildoers, and encouraging scholars, poets, musicians, and artists. During such sessions, numerous people came to meet him. They bought from him gifts of jewels, gold, and other precious things. Among such visitors was a beggar, who on every visit presented the king with a fruit. The king accepted his humble gift with the same show of courtesy with which he would have accepted a diamond from a rich merchant. He used to hand over the fruit to the royal storekeeper. One morning, the beggar gave him his usual gift just when the king was out to inspect his stables. The king accepted the fruit and went out to play with it, tossing it up and then catching as it came down. It so happened that after a while the fruit fell down from his hand. Instantly, a monkey who was on a nearby tree swooped down on it and tried to crack it with his teeth. The fruit broke and pop came out a handy ball of ruby. The king's surprise knew no bounds. He picked the ruby and sent for an expert. He examined it and said it was the finest ruby he had ever seen. The anxious king asked his storekeeper, "What did you do with all the fruits I have been giving you?" The storekeeper replied, "My lord, I threw them all into our store through the window." The king ordered him to fetch them, and when they were produced, he was astonished and delighted to see that each one of the fruits contained a precious ruby. When the beggar came next day, the king gave all his attention to him and asked, "Why have you bestowed so much kindness on me?" The beggar replied, "To be frank, I expect you to help me in a very important work of mine. O king, will you? The king thought upon it. He and the beggar went into a private chamber. The beggar said, I know how brave you are. Hence, I will ask you to do something which requires courage, and you seem to be the most courageous man out here. But for that, you must meet me under a banyan tree in the center of the cremation ground on the night of Amavasya, the no moon night. The king hesitated for a while. But the spirit of adventure got the better of him. He agreed to meet the beggar at the appointed hour. It was a dark night with terrible gale blowing. When Vikramaditya approached the cremation ground, he was received by the howling foxes and jackals. As he made his way through the ground, he saw in flashes from lighting fearful faces of ghouls and ghosts staring at him and dancing around him. But undaunted, Vikram reached the banyan tree. The beggar was delighted to see him. He was now dressed differently in his occult clothes, ready to perform a ritual. The king asked the beggar, Now, what's the work you want me to perform? The mystical beggar replied, At the northmost corner of this ground stands a very ancient tree. You will see a corpse hanging from one of its branches. Go and fetch it for me. I am seeking certain occult powers, which I will get only if a king brings this particular type of corpse to me, and if I practice certain rites sitting around it. To fetch a corpse that hung on a distant tree in that stormy night was not at all a pleasing task. But King Vikramaditya braved the weather and the darkness, as well as the menacing yells and shrieks of ghosts and ghouls, and soon reached the old tree. He climbed the tree and with a stroke of his sword cut the rope with which the corpse had been tied to the branch. The corpse fell to the ground and gave out an eerie cry. Vikram, not knowing the corpse was possessed by a spirit, thought that the fellow was alive. He came down and lifted up the body, lying sprawled on the ground. At that, the corpse began to laugh. Surprised, the king asked, Why do you laugh? No sooner the king opened his mouth than the corpse slipped away from his hands and hung on to the tree by itself. 6 times did King Vikram bring it down, and 6 times the corpse gave him the slip. At last he realized that corpse did the mischief only when he talked. On the 7th time, Vikram put the corpse on his shoulder and began walking quietly. He had gone only a few steps when the corpse said, "Oh, king, tiresome is the way. Let me tell you a tale to keep you amused and entertained." You're still not that sleepy, it's fine. Bring your attention towards the pit of your throat and imagine the breath is entering in from there and going out from there. You do not have to breathe deeply. Keep the natural, normal flow of breath maintained. All that you have to do is hold your attention at the pit of the throat and imagine the breath entering in from there. Breath entering in, pit of the throat, and going out. In, out, in, out. In, out. Just pay attention to the breath. Bring your attention to the breath. The body is relaxed. The mind is relaxed. You're lying comfortably on your bed. The throat, breath entering in and out, breath entering and out, breath entering and out, breath entering and out. You're feeling sleepy. into the breath. The body is relaxed. The mind is relaxed. You're lying comfortably on your bed. Page after 12, paying attention to your breath. Page after 12, paying attention to your breath.